Yesterday, I rode Fury 325, an amazing B&M Giga Coaster. Exactly a year ago from that, I rode Intimidator 305, and both of these rides are amazing. So today, I will be comparing them, and I will be checking out which one is better in a park battle format. So yeah, why don't we go on with the video. This coaster battle video will have 7 categories, which I will share as we go along. For example, if inversions was a category, and I was comparing Steel Vengeance and Fury 325, inversions would go to Steel Vengeance because Steel Vengeance actually does have inversions. So that means Steel Vengeance would get around like 8 points and something, and Fury obviously would have 0 points for that round. So, why don't we get on to the first category? First of all, there will be 7, obviously, so why don't we get on to it? This will be a fun video to make, and yeah, here we go, first category. Alright, so let's get on. So, the first category will be intensity. So, intensity, we will basically be looking at most intense elements and how the terrain uses positive G-forces on your body. Both of these coasters are very intense with their high speeds and very intense forces, but I will definitely have to give it to I-305. I'm going to definitely give I-305 a 10 out of 10 on intensity, but I will also give Fury 325 a 9 out of 10 after I do gray out at the bottom of the first drop. The next category will be airtime. I'll basically be judging the first drop and just how good airtime is on this ride. Both rides have great airtime, but I have to give it to Fury 325 with its amazing first drop, treble clef element, and 3 airtime hills that all give great airtime. I will give Fury an 8 out of 10 with airtime. In I-305, I will give, let's say, a 7 out of 10 because the drop does have very good airtime, and the 2 or 3 subsequent airtime hills give great airtime too. But Fury 325 has more airtime, and I like that airtime better on Fury 325. The next category is restraints, and I think each restraint on each ride is pretty good, but the clamshell restraints have to be the most perfect restraints in the world. I have to give Fury 325 a 10 out of 10. I-305 has good restraints too, but I still have to give them a 9 out of 10. I think the over-the-shoulder part is actually not a bad thing, because your head is getting whipped side to side a lot, so I think it's not a bad thing, and it's pretty comfortable too, so I'm going to have to give that one a 9 out of 10. Trivia break! Both coasters are remarkably smooth, but Fury 325 is a little bit rougher. It can definitely give you the B&M rattle a few times, and it's not the greatest re-rideable ride, as I do come off with a headache if I ride it like 3 times in a row. I-305 though is like literally the smoothest roller coaster I've ever been on, so I-305 gets a 10 out of 10, and Fury will get a 9 out of 10. Obviously, because both of these coasters are Giga Coasters, their drops are absolutely massive. Fury 325's drop is amazing with its amazing airtime and length. Its drop is so long and goes on forever. I-305's drop is pretty long too. It's still a Giga Coaster, but it's definitely not as long as Fury's. And so that means Fury is going to get a 10 out of 10. Yes, 10 out of 10. And Intimidator is going to get a 9 out of 10. They're both amazing, but Intimidator's is just a little less fun than Fury's. Both rides have an incredible sense of speed. You're going 90 miles per hour, so yeah, it's going to feel very fast. They have a lot of low-to-the-ground elements. It is just insane. So both obviously are going to get a 10 out of 10. For the last main category is location and the theming. Location for Fury is just amazing. It is at the front of the park, and the entrance sign is gorgeous. Look at that. But yeah, the color scheme is perfect. But with Intimidator 305, it has a great theme of Dale Earnhardt, and the location is very secluded in the back of the park. They both have a different type of appeal, and I will have to give Intimidator 305 a 7 out of 10, and Fury 325 a 9 out of 10. In the end, Fury 325 is won. Thank you for watching, and see you guys later, with a score of 65 to 62.